So this is a representation of the esophagus. The reason you can tell it's the esophagus is because of the stratified squamous cells that are present here. You're also able to identify the tunics on this. Tunica serosa will always be at the bottom, even though it's a little difficult to see. This is going to be muscularis externa. You will not be able, on this model they do show you the two different ones, so this is nice. This is going to represent the longitudinal muscular layer, and this is going to represent the circular muscular layer. So together from here to here is muscularis externa. From here up, this is submucosa, so now you can see you have blood vessels here, and you also have glands present here. This is the muscularis layer of the mucosa. So from here up is mucosa, where you have your epithelial tissue, connective tissue, and its own muscular layer. Moving on to the stomach. The stomach cells here are stratified, stratified, simple columnar, which is shown here. There are gastric pits. This is where you're going to have the production of HCl, pepsin, and trypsin. Not trypsin. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm really tired. Okay, I'll just stop talking about that. You have mucus cells that are also present. They're not shown here. That's also secreting mucus to help protect the epithelial cells from its own damaging acid. This is where you can see a lot of muscle. It's a little difficult, actually I think it's impossible to depict oblique from circular in this case. This is going to be longitudinal. Remember, longitudinal is always going to be the outermost. I would assume this is circular and assume this is oblique. I'm not going to ask you to distinguish between the two for this stomach model. Again, here up from the mucosal muscular layer, and up is going to be the mucosa. Here is your submucosa of the stomach. Moving over to the other side, this is actually the pyloric. This is where you're going to have your pyloric sphincter. You can see the pylorus side of the stomach and the duodenum, beginning of duodenum for the small intestine. You can see that the muscle starts to dwindle at this point, going back to 2 layers, again longitudinal and only circular. The green present here is representing the lacteals, or the lymphatic vessels that are present and run up through the villi of the small intestine. So moving over to strictly small intestine side, again, longitudinal muscle layer, circular muscle layer. This is all going to be submucosa. From here up is going to be mucosa. The mucosa in the small intestine is relatively larger than anywhere else because of the villi. You will not be able to see microvilli on any of the models, but you can understand that each finger-like projection is a villus. And this is another representation of that. So one of these is a villus. You can see on here, this is the lacteal, or the lymphatic vessel, shown in this yellow color. You can see they're highly vascularized. Whatever. I'm not going to ask you to identify this. From here up, again, is the mucosal layer. You can see submucosa present here with the blood vessels. This is going to be your circular muscle layer, your longitudinal, and this is going to be your serosa layer, number 16, down at the bottom.